Hello, friends. How are you? Welcome today. We're going to explore some of the most valuable and highly sought-after treasures in the world of American coins, the legendary Buffalo nickel, also known as the Indian head 5-cent piece. Among these coins, there are a select few that stand out for their rarity, errors, silver shine, unusual conditions, and unique color tones that have made them a centerpiece in the coin collecting and investing world. These nickels are far more than just old currency. They are historical artifacts that carry the legacy of early 20th century America, symbolizing both artistry and national pride. But beyond their history, certain Buffalo nickels can fetch astonishing market values, turning what once was just 5 cents into a small fortune today. Collectors and investors alike are always on the lookout for these rare finds, whether the coin with a minting error, one preserved in dirty or unusual conditions, or even those with natural color variations that make them one of a kind. Each piece tells a unique story, and their scarcity only fuels the excitement. In this video, we'll be breaking down the top 2 Buffalo nickel 5-cent coins that stand as true icons of value. We'll look closely at what makes them rare, why collectors are willing to pay thousands, sometimes even more, and how you can recognize them if one happens to be sitting unnoticed in your collection, drawer, or even pocket change. So, if you're a coin enthusiast, an investor, or simply someone who loves discovering hidden treasures, this journey is for you. Stick with me as we dive deep into the fascinating world of Buffalo nickels, uncovering not just their beauty, but also the incredible opportunities they present. Let's get started. First up, the year was 1924, and America was still recovering from the aftershocks of the First World War. In the middle of this transformative era, one of the most iconic coins ever struck by the U.S. Mint came to life, the Buffalo nickel. Designed by James Earl Fraser, this coin wasn't just a piece of change for everyday purchases. It was a symbol of strength, resilience, and heritage. Today, the 1924 Buffalo nickel, especially in pristine or rare error forms, is considered one of the most valuable and expensive 5-cent coins ever minted. Its worth is no longer tied to its face value, but to the incredible fortune it can bring to those lucky enough to possess it. What makes the 1924 Buffalo nickel so extraordinary is not only its age, but also its unpredictable scarcity. Coins from this year were minted in relatively decent numbers, but over time, circulation, wear, and melting have dramatically reduced their surviving population. Add to this the fact that many nickels from a 1920 suffered from weak strikes and poor preservation, and suddenly the few surviving high-grade examples become treasures worth millions. For collectors, the thrill of finding a 1924 Buffalo nickel in mint condition is like unearthing a hidden diamond buried in plain sight. But the story doesn't stop at condition alone. Some 1924 Buffalo nickels carry striking errors, minting anomalies that make them even more precious. Double dies, off-center strikes, and unusual planchet flaws give these coins an identity beyond the ordinary. These rare imperfections transform an already valuable nickel into a priceless artifact. The demand among collectors for such unique variations is relentless, with auction prices soaring higher and higher, creating bidding wars that leave audiences stunned. Imagine this: a coin that once jingled in the pocket of a farmer, a soldier, or a shopkeeper in the roaring 20s, now commanding sum so vast that it could change someone's life overnight. That is the magic of the 1924 Buffalo nickel. It bridges time, telling the story of a generation while offering modern-day wealth that few would have ever imagined. Owning one of these coins is like holding a slice of history that simultaneously serves as a golden ticket to unimaginable fortune. The design itself is a masterpiece, another factor behind its desirability. On the obverse, the proud profile of a Native American chief symbolizes the deep roots of America's indigenous culture, while the reverse features the mighty American buffalo, embodying strength, survival, and the wild spirit of the land. Collectors don't just see this as currency. They see it as art on metal, a timeless creation that elevates its status far above ordinary coins. The deeper its meaning, the higher its value grows in the hearts and wallets of those who seek it. What's truly fascinating is how the coin market treats the 1924 Buffalo nickel. Every year, records are broken as rare examples surface. Prices can climb into hundreds of thousands, and some claim certain rare conditions could even cross into the millions. This makes the coin not just a collectible, but an investment powerhouse. To investors, it's a hedge against uncertainty. To collectors, it's a dream piece. And to fortune seekers, it's a life-changing discovery. In all cases, the 1924 Buffalo nickel carries a weight far beyond its tiny size. For many, the allure comes from the possibility that such a coin could be hiding in plain sight. It may rest in an old family collection, tucked away in a forgotten drawer, or buried among loose change in a dusty jar. Stories of lucky finds only fuel the obsession. The idea that anyone, anywhere, could stumble upon a coin worth millions is enough to keep treasure hunters and collectors awake at night. This sense of mystery and possibility is part of what makes the 1924 Buffalo nickel so enchanting. In the end, the 1924 Buffalo nickel is not merely money. It is magic captured in metal. It holds history, artistry, and financial power all at once. To possess it is to own a bridge between the past and the present, between culture and wealth, between simplicity and grandeur. If you ever come across one, remember, this is no ordinary 5-cent coin. It could very well be the key to unlocking fortune overnight, the kind of opportunity that only comes once in a lifetime. So hold on tight, because the 1924 Buffalo nickel has the power to change your destiny forever. Next up, the year 1927 marked an unforgettable chapter in American coinage history, with the Buffalo nickel standing tall as one of the most symbolic and admired designs the U.S. Mint ever released. The 5-cent coin, born from the vision of sculptor James Earl Fraser, was more than money. It was a portrait of American spirit and resilience. But while millions were minted, only a rare handful have survived in conditions that make them treasures of unimaginable wealth today. The 1927 Buffalo nickel is not just a coin. It is a phenomenon that has captured the imagination of collectors and investors alike, with some examples commanding values in the millions in today's market. At first glance, the coin might seem ordinary, a Native American profile on the obverse and the powerful American buffalo on the reverse. Yet, beneath this humble surface lies a story of scarcity, survival, and soaring value. Many of the 1927 Buffalo nickels entered circulation and endured decades of wear, scratches, and erosion, which stripped away their finer details. This makes surviving examples in high grades or rare error strikes exceptionally rare and breathtakingly valuable. When a coin like this appears in auctions, it's as if a buried treasure has suddenly surfaced, sparking bidding wars that can make headlines across the collecting world. What elevates the 1927 Buffalo nickel into the realm of fortune is its condition sensitivity. Collectors pay staggering sums for pieces that retain sharp details of the Native American's feather headdress or the buffalo's powerful stance. The difference between a well-circulated coin and a gem-quality specimen can mean the difference between pocket change and life-changing wealth. In fact, some pristine examples with shimmering luster and original mint brilliance are so rare that they are treated like crown jewels of American coinage. This rarity fuels the legend of the 1927 Buffalo nickel as one of the ultimate keys to sudden fortune. Adding another layer of intrigue are the error coins of this year, which only multiply their desirability. Off-center strikes, double dies, weakly struck features, or unusual planchet marks all transform the 1927 Buffalo nickel into a true collector's masterpiece. These errors are celebrated because they tell the story of imperfection in a world that demands perfection, making them both historically and financially significant. Imagine holding a coin that combines artistry, history, and a rare accent of minting. That is the kind of magic that investors dream of. The emotional pull of the 1927 Buffalo nickel cannot be overstated. Picture it. A coin that once bought a loaf of bread or a handful of candy in the roaring 20s is now capable of rewriting someone's destiny. Stories circulate in the collector community of people finding old nickels tucked away in a jar, unaware of their true worth, only to later discover they were sitting on a life-changing treasure. This thrill of discovery is part of what keeps the coin alive in popular imagination, reminding us that hidden fortune could be waiting in the most unexpected places. Design is another reason the coin's reputation has endured for nearly a century. Fraser's Native American portrait was not based on a single individual, but rather a combination of features from several chiefs, creating a timeless image of strength and heritage. On the reverse, the American buffalo, said to be modeled after the famous bison Black Diamond, stands as a tribute to the untamed wilderness of the United States. Together, these designs gave the coin a soul, making it far more than just currency. The 1927 edition, with its unique minting challenges and scarcity, magnifies this artistry into something priceless. Collectors and investors alike see the 1927 Buffalo nickel not only as an artifact of the past, but as a financial opportunity of the present. Auction houses and private sales have proven that the right example of this coin can command six-figure and even seven-figure prices. In a world where fortunes are uncertain, coins like this act as both historical treasures and investment anchors, providing beauty, heritage, and wealth all in one small piece of metal. This combination of qualities is why the 1927 Buffalo nickel remains one of the most celebrated coins in American numismatics. In the end, the 1927 Buffalo nickel is a symbol of how greatness can hide in plain sight. It is a coin that carries the weight of history, the elegance of design, and the promise of unimaginable fortune. To hold it is to touch a piece of America's soul, and to own it is to unlock the potential of overnight transformation. If fate ever places this coin in your hands, remember, it is not just 5 cents. It is power, heritage, and destiny compressed into a single, shining treasure that could change your life forever. See you in the next video.